Today we're going to talk about blade tension and why it's critical for blade life. At Excision, we say the lack of tension is what causes 90% of blade failure problems. That's because lack of tension is causing vibration in the cut. The teeth are chattering, the teeth are vibrating as they're going through the cut. So increasing the tension takes all that out. It'll give you straighter, more accurate cuts. It'll give you confidence in every cut. So we've got a Bianco 420 machine here. These are great for blade tension. They've got a terrific cast bow with reinforcing in there. You can get blade tension on these machines very easily. We're going to run through two different ways of checking tension on your machine. One, we're going to check it physically. The second, we're going to use a tension gauge. These little devices have two legs either side of a dial indicator. This one's a fixed leg. This one here is movable. What that's doing is measuring the stretch in between those 2 points on your blade. So first we're going to run through how to check your blade tension physically. This machine here has a limit switch. The machine won't operate until that limit switch has been depressed. So we're going to ask you to check where your machine is positioned in blade tension, whether it has this type of limit switch or whether it has an oil-filled gauge. We're going to ask you to look at where it is and maybe increase it just a little bit. You might be surprised with the difference you get in blade life. So here I've checked where it's situated. The button is depressed. I've taken another quarter of a turn. I'm going to use the palm of my hand against the back of the blade, obviously when the machine is stationary, and in between the blade guides. I'm going to physically try and push the blade down out of the guides. What you can see there is I'm hardly getting any more than 1 millimetre of movement. That's ideal blade tension. The second way to test this is using the device. Now we ask you to release the blade tension first. So take the blade tension right off until the blade is loose. And you can see here, the blade's got no tension on it at all. You're going to place the device over the blade. We're going to tighten the little kip nut on the fixed leg first, and then tighten it on the movable one second. We're going to zero the gauge out. And now we increase the tension back to where the limit switch is depressed, and then we're going to go another half a turn beyond that. What you can see here is the needle has moved all the way past the green, which is sufficient, into the blue, which is ideal for steel cutting, which is just over 250 MPa. We've shown you two ways now of testing blade tension. We ask you, rather than assume your machine is set correctly and the tension is correct, to run through these two simple checks. Check it manually first. If you've got any questions, reach out to one of the Excision team. One of our experienced members will have one of these devices with them and they can come and test it for you. That'll give you confidence in every cut.